Hi y'all. The garden is officially 2 years old, so I thought it'd be a fun project to go around and show you 5 or so shrubs that have grown really well and really quickly for me that would be good to add to your garden. So let's take a look at the first one behind me here. So this first one is 𝗩𝗜𝗗𝗘𝗢𝗢, or desert orchid from the Proven Winners collection. It was released around 2023, may have become more available in 2024, but I planted this as a quart from Great Garden Plants in the fall of 2023. Took a little bit to get going in the spring, grew about 2 foot, and then it died about halfway back last winter, so the 2024-2025 winter. But it has put on 6 foot of growth this season in a few months. So this is one that I'm going to be relocating to the back of the property because I expected it here in zone 6 to not get quite this big every season, but as you can see, it's very vigorous. Something about my property, if you're new here, I grow in pretty heavy clay soil. This bed specifically is really heavy clay. The beds on the back of the property are a little better as far as their soil makeup. I also have everything on drip irrigation. So this has grown really well for me in zone 6. Now, desert orchid does produce little flowers. It's not got quite many on them yet. Let me pull one off here to show you. But this is what you can expect at the end of the bloom there. They're orchid-like flowers, and they have a nice scent to them, nothing too crazy, but definitely one to move and place properly on your property. So this is something that you could put at the back in a corner as a statement piece. It does bloom late in the summer, so this would be its natural blooming time here at the end of August. There's another bloom on the side I'll take you over here and show you before we move to the next plant. So it's not an early bloomer for you, so remember when you're placing other plants around it, you might want something that blooms a little earlier too. And then midsummer, and then we got this late summer into fall bloom. Let's take a look at the blooms before we move to the next one. Here is a bloom this morning. Most of them are kind of closed up, but you can see how pretty that is right there. Looks very much like an orchid. And all of these stalks or stems here will develop these as it progresses some more throughout this season. Here in zone 6, I was expecting this to stay maybe 3 to 4 foot tall and die back partially over winter, which it did last winter. But because it's growing so big right here, I need to move it and relocate it because it's out of place. So I'm going to wait until September, probably mid-September, and then dig up around it and then relocate it to the back of the property. So this is Sgt. Pepper Dogwood. It has really nice variegation. The leaves are green with white variegation, also hints of pink in the spring. It even has some pink on it now, but when it comes out in the spring, it's really nice. This was planted as a 1 gallon last spring. So it was a tiny shrub, maybe about this tall. It has grown really well for me. I have 2 of these on the property. This one's a little bigger. The other one's a little smaller and the heavier clay up front. But if you have a little less clay, a little more loamy soil, will grow really quickly for you. Now it does get fairly large. This is something you want to place really well in your property just so you don't have to move it later. But a beautiful dogwood here called Sgt. Pepper. Now dogwoods grow pretty quickly, a lot of different varieties. So Sgt. Pepper is not limited to that specific variety. So we can talk about some species here. And one of those species is Rose of Sharon. So there are a lot of nicer sterile varieties of Rose of Sharon on the market now, are nearly sterile, so they don't reseed everywhere. This is a beautiful one called Cabaret Red by First Edition Shrubs and Trees. I like it. I do not love red blooms in the garden, but if you'll look closely, the blooms aren't exactly red to me. They're more of a very delicious pink color to almost maroon in some cases. So that's a nice red I can get behind. Even in the shade here, it appears a little purple to me. But this was planted at about a 2 gallon last fall, actually. So it was about this size. So it's doubled in height in an entire year, and it's still putting on some new growth here. So French Cabaret Red, beautiful Rose of Sharon for your garden. Now Proven Winners has a great collection of Rose of Sharons too, and this one right here is White Pillar, and it was planted as, I believe, a 3 gallon last September time frame. And it was probably about this tall. It was pretty tall in the container that I got it, because I got it directly from Proven Winners. But you can tell it is also doubled in height here, and it's covered with little bees here. There was a little pollen drunk bee but beautiful white blooms. They have several in this series. The pillar series are supposed to stay pretty narrow and remain kind of open a little bit. And you can see they blow in the breeze and have really nice structure for the garden. These would be great to use at the back of a border, in the corner of a property, or if you wanted a hedge of them to form a little privacy hedge during the season when it's not winter. That would be a great option too. All right, behind me here is a category of plants called Ninebarks, and this is ginger wine. This was planted as a 3-gallon in the fall of 2023. I started this border right here with a few of these plants in the fall of 2023, and most everything else in this back garden shrub border was planted in the spring of 2024. So you can see how much this has grown from a short little 3-gallon, probably about this tall, in the fall of 2023 to this year. Really beautiful plant. Ninebarks are great for spring interest because they bloom tiny white blooms. They have beautiful color. Some of them do, like this ginger wine here. There's also one called summer wine that's also really beautiful from 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 Winter's collection. And in winter, their bark exfoliates, so although they don't have any leaves during winter, their bark is nice to look at. Ninebark is something you don't really want to prune on, so you should situate it nicely where you don't have to prune on it. If you do have to prune on it, I recommend pruning from the base of the plant. Otherwise, you're going to lose this nice arching structure of the Ninebark. So for example, if you were to cut it here in the middle, it would put out 1 or 2 more canes below that bud, and then it would just look really funny and lose this nice habit. So if you're going to prune Ninebark like I did earlier this spring, not this one, I pruned another variety that was looking a little rough. Prune it from the base and then it will flush up very nicely for you. But leave them alone unless they're looking rough on you. So ginger wine Ninebark, a great fast grower for your garden. And to move the camera a little lower, I want to show you another good blooming species or good fast growing species, and that are butterfly bushes. Butterfly bushes can be really quickly to grow if they like their conditions. They like to be planted a little high because they like it a little dry. But this is 𝗍𝗏𝗗𝗘𝗢 from the Butterfly Candy series. And it was a little smaller than this when I planted it this spring, but it has just thickened up incredibly in this 4 months or so since it was planted. I guess it's only been planted about 3 months now, but look how many blooms it has on it. And this is a shorter one. It's not going to get super tall on you. So it's about its full height. It may get a little bushier over the coming years. Butterfly bushes here in zone 6 sometimes can suffer some winter dieback. And they are also generally pretty late to wake up. So if you are noticing in spring, it looks like your butterfly bush is dead, give it time. It will wake up for you. And then you just trim back the parts of it that did die back, if any. And then it will flush out beautifully for you over the next month or so after it starts waking up. And then you'll get beautiful blooms on it a month or so later that will continue throughout the season. So this is a little coconut. It will be covered with pollinators here, but it just has so many blooms on it, which is why I love it. So 𝗍𝗏𝗗𝗘𝗢 was planted as about a 2-gallon size container from Butterfly Candy's collection. This is a Pugster series, a butterfly bush from Proven Winners. They have a whole line of these called Pugster Pinker, and it has pinker blooms than the regular pink butterfly bush here. It has a lot of spent blooms right now, but you can see it is still continuing to produce lots of buds. So if you're looking for a smaller butterfly bush that has big blooms, the Pugster series is for you. So this butterfly bush won't get much bigger than it is here in our climate. And they do suffer a little dieback, I've noticed, here in zone 6, Southwest Ohio. But they are beautiful, and there's like an amethyst color, which is one of my favorite. There's a new blue, which is fairly within the past couple years new to the market. It has almost blue flowers. They're really dark purple, but when they age or when they first emerge, they look very much blue. There's white, there's regular purple, so many different colors for the series. But a great one to tuck into a shrub border or a flower bed anywhere, or it would also make a great nice front of the border plant if you wanted to create a small hedge of them. So this next one for me is going to be the Bloomerang Lilac series. This is Bloomerang Purpink, so it's a nice between purple and pink color bloom here. They have grown really fast for me. This was planted as a 1-gallon in the fall of 2023. And I have several of the Bloomerang series on my property. I have this one, Purpink, I have ballet, I have dark purple, and then I have a new one called 𝗍𝗓𝗏, which is a white, tiny, tiny lilac that only gets about 2 foot tall and wide. The Bloomerang series is nice because it blooms early in the spring for you. Our season this year started so early that these were blooming in late March, early April for me. And then you can see the old blooms down here at the bottom. If you trim them back shortly after they'll rebloom for you. They will rebloom for you even if you don't trim them back. So we got some more blooms here, and you're starting to get some new buds here. But after they bloom in the spring is a good time to shape them up so they'll bloom more regularly for you. And I would also probably recommend fertilizing them after that first bloom to get some more consistent bloom. But really healthy lilacs for me, and also just really great performers. So this was a tiny, tiny 1 gallon 2 years ago, and you can see the height that it's reaching now. So the Bloomerang series, particularly Purpink, is a really great one for you. Now the last one we can talk about are climbing roses. Climbing roses are great fast growing roses to place along your house or structures in your garden that can add some kind of immediate impact. So this was planted in the fall of 2023 as well. I dug it up in the spring of 2024 to put the trellis here because I had them planted before I did the arch. And then I immediately planted them right back in the ground the next day so that they could continue growing along this trellis. And we had some winter dieback because winter was so rough. It died about halfway down in the spring. I cleaned it up, cleaned all the leaves off of it, and it's grown to the top of the trellis already this year. So this is a beautiful one, Rise Up Ember Rays, but 𝗩𝗟𝗏𝗧𝗦, which I have at the back of the property, is also a really vigorous, strong grower for rose trellising. So I've given you 7 or so shrub types and species that have done well and grown really well for me in my garden. Some of them a little faster than others. It will depend on the type and the variety. So just because it's a Ninebark, there are shorter Ninebarks on the market as well. But shrubs that are listed to get taller generally grow a little faster because they have the root system to establish to put on that growth. So like the Ninebark I showed you, ginger wine, it is supposed to get pretty big, and so that's why it's put on a lot of growth in just 2 years. Now, one I just planted last July, it was the end of last July, so almost just over a year, 13 months from today, was this new flowerful hydrangea by First Edition Shrubs and Trees. So this is a new Annabelle type hydrangea. These were planted as 2 gallons, and they probably only had 5, 6, 7 stems in them when I picked them up, but it's supposed to have stronger stems, and you can see it's held its stems really well over winter or over summer throughout the storms and the rains we had. We had rain all season until the past few weeks ago, and then we've got almost no rain since then. Now they did get pretty brown over the heat wave that we've had recently. You could come through and trim these off. Annabelle hydrangeas are a great one for you that's going to grow pretty quickly depending on your soil conditions. And that's it. That's some of the best, fastest growing shrubs I've had in my garden the past 2 years. Some just planted last spring or last fall. So some incredible productive plants out there. If you like any of these shrubs, fall is an excellent time for planting. That's kind of when I recommend planting as much stuff as you can because it allows the roots to settle in over winter, get established, so you don't have to treat them and baby them so much next summer when it gets really hot. The cool weather in the fall allows the roots to settle in, and in the spring they've had all winter to grow out those roots, and then they can focus on putting some more growth on above the root ball and perform much better for you and require less babying from the gardener. Thank y'all for joining me, and remember, like and subscribe for more gardening 10. Be a light. Take care.